Xavier might commit suicide if he
That was a lie right from the outset.
I was essentially tricked into signing documents.
What's poppin', everybody?
Welcome back to the Cole Popcast.
I'm Ro,
And I'm Steve.
and you watching the Cole Popcast.
And today we're going to be talking about this recent revelation that Elon Musk has a supervillain origin story. So it turns out that Elon Musk, who has been very voracious and vocal about the woke mind virus, as he calls it, things that are just sort of woke, like, I guess, trans ideology and things of that nature.
The woke left.
Yeah, the woke left that has been penetrating into all of social media and media in general. But it turns out he actually has a very dark, storied history that that sort of reveals why he feels this way about wokeness. So he had an interview recently with Jordan Peterson where he unveiled that he is basically dealing with having lost his first son to the woke mind virus.
He's dead.
And we're going to find out why through this video. Let's go ahead and see it. We're just going to cut this, actually.
What is that name?
It happened to one of my older boys, where I was essentially tricked into signing documents for one of my older boys, Xavier. This was before I had really any understanding of what was going on, and we had COVID going on, and so there was a lot of confusion. I was told, Xavier might commit suicide if he did.
That was a lie right from the outset.
Incredibly evil, and I agree with you that people that have been promoting this should go to prison.
That's
so I
personal
was tricked into doing this, it wasn't explained to me that puberty blockers are actually just sterilization drugs. Anyway, and so I lost my son essentially. They call it dead naming for a reason.
Yeah,
All right. So the reason it's called dead naming is because your son is dead. So my son Xavier is dead, killed by the woke mind virus.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what that would be like.
What happened?
Yeah.
What's going on?
His son is
So-
trans. You couldn't figure that out by watching the video.
No,
Yeah, and there's lots of people
No,
in that
I wouldn't have
situation,
been able to figure
Did he
that
have
out.
to specifically
Yeah.
say
A
my
lot of
son
small
cut his penis
kids.
off?
So he's saying he got tricked into
Yeah, well, that's a good
signing,
reason to be the
I
final
guess
straw.
a document that gives permission for the
All right, so let's.
So I
son to
vowed to
transition.
destroy the woke mind
Stop the
virus
video.
after that.
Because you need, like, if you're probably under 18 or something, you probably need permission for the child to transition to be
Listen here, Elon Musk, multi-billion-dollar man. It'd be some important documents that come past his face all the time that I'm sure he reads through thoroughly. Ain't no way in hell he got tricked. They just put some documents in front of him that he skimmed, and then he kept it pushing, and that's probably what happened.
Well, so for more context, in the interview, he basically says, they told me that if I didn't sign the paperwork, my son would kill himself, which is usually, the thing that they say with, the trans doctors and stuff. It'll be like, the catchphrase is literally would you rather have a living daughter or a dead son?
Elon Musk is too smart. Elon Musk is the type of person that a doctor would tell him something like that, and he'd be like, I guarantee you he won't. And then he'd develop a solution to prevent his son from killing himself, not just say, oh, well, my son going to kill himself because you, some other person told me. I just don't see it.
I personally think it's kind of crazy because, but I think it's more so that Elon was more removed from the situation. Like he said, this was during COVID. So you got to imagine that's before he bought X, right? Didn't he buy X during COVID, 2022 or something, 2021?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So before that, he wasn't really a vocal conservative guy. He was kind of vocal in certain spheres, but he was mostly just known as the Tesla guy. But now he's a vocal conservative. He's a leader in conservative media for the most part, or at least he's an influencer in conservative media, while also being the richest man in the world.
Yeah, he's like a shit poster.
So he probably
was
more focused on his business and all that other stuff he was doing than his children.
And my point exactly. That's what I'm saying. He didn't get tricked. He just didn't read the fine print.
Yeah,
but that don't seem like something he would do. Which is crazy.
But I guess his point in saying it is there shouldn't be an instance where you sign a piece of paper and now your child is forever a woman.
Not forever, but
Oh, is he gonna go back?
I mean, no, I don't know if you can. I'm just saying, like, what am I saying? Well, he's not forever a woman.
Well, yeah, he's never a woman. Actually,
You could probably stop taking it and go back, I think.
So
he's probably
Partially.
missing a couple parts.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
your development would be messed
he
up.
cut it off.
I would assume so if you see the pics.
Maybe.
I didn't see no pics. I don't know what none of Elon Musk kids.
Nah,
look
Roosevelt
like.
saw the pics last night. He was watching them. He knows all about this.
I didn't know this existed until 40 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But,
his daughter, son, whatever, is definitely passing effectively as a woman at this point. You have an image of it, Lizzie? You had there were some pictures, right?
Yes, I can pull it up.
She's got an OnlyFans or something, right?
Hell no.
I'm joking.
I'm finna say, what the fuck is going on?
It was that one right there.
Well,
At least we can see, yeah.
I don't know. This is the video, I guess.
This is her response to
You wanna
Elon's statement.
Yeah, we can see this response video here.
It is Vivian Jenna Wilson. I'm just going to come on here and say that I'm doing well. I'm doing fine, actually. And I am formulating a response and whatnot. It's being worked on. It's being worked on. Just hold your goddamn horses for 5 more seconds, okay? I promise it's getting worked on. It is Vivian Jenna Wilson.
Okay.
And
Well,
then after that, she can.
I
That's
will
what
say
Elon
this.
money can do, I guess. She
I
probably
will
got
say
some money.
this, right? If I didn't know that was Elon Musk's son, I would have thought that was some female, truthfully.
Yeah.
But of course, once I seen this person, once I seen more of this person, then I would have been able to say something's not right here. But wow, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, but then she followed up with these tweets on X, and she kind of went over
Okay, let me read
her
this.
actual response that she alluded to in that video.
So let me say what Elon Musk said first. Blank was born gay and slightly autistic,
Damn.
2 attributes that contribute to gender dysphoria. I knew that from when he was about 4 years old, and he would pick out clothes for me to wear like a jacket and tell me it was fabulous. Bro, if my son did that, I would take him to jail. As well as
You
his
can't say
love.
that, bro.
I'm just kidding. I would put him in the closet, I guess. And then he'd come out eventually.
Oh God.
As well as his love of musicals and theater, but he was not a girl. And then the now daughter says, "There's a lot of stuff I need to debunk, which I will get to. Don't worry, but I want to start with what I find the funniest, which is the notorious slightly autistic tweet. This is gonna be a bit, so just bear with me. This is entirely fake. Like literally, none of this ever happened ever. I don't even know where he got this from. My best guess is that he went to the Milo Yiannopoulos School of Gay Stereotypes, just picked some at random and said, good enough, in a last-ditch attempt to garner sympathy points when he is so obviously in the wrong even in his own fucking story." Is there more?
Is this his son saying this?
Yeah. I did not have a love of musicals and theater when I was 4 because, I was fucking 4. I did not know that what these things were. My earliest real experience with musicals was when my twin brother had a Hamilton phase in 8th and 9th grade and overplayed it so much in the car. Okay. I never picked out jackets from to wear, and I was most certainly not calling them fabulous because literally what? I did not use the word fabulous when I was 4.
4-year-old?
Blah, blah, blah. Keep going. Skip.
Shit, it sounds like to me he didn't really have much of a relationship with his son.
It sounds like this
Probably.
It sounds like this person's lying just merely because they would have been 4 years old and they wouldn't remember anything. And he's saying this very confidently.
4-year-olds know the word fabulous.
This entire thing, yeah, they do. Sure. This
Yeah.
entire thing is completely made up, and there's a reason for this. He doesn't know what I was like as a child because he quite simply wasn't there. That's probably true. And in the little time that he was, I was relentlessly harassed for my femininity and queerness. Obviously, he can't say that, so I've been reduced to a happy little stereotype, blanking along to use at his discretion. As for if I'm not a woman, sure, Jan, whatever you say. I'm legally recognized as a woman in the state of California. Obviously, Elon can't say the same because in a ketamine-fueled haze, he's desperate for attention and validation from an army of degenerate red-pilled incels and pygmies who are quite quick to give it to him. Go touch some fucking grass.
Oh man.
All right, I've read enough of this shit.
That's crazy. So he's saying that
Extremely shocked to hear this D-bag is a liar. Hope you're not too bothered by what he says about you. I think this person's lying, personally. But what do you think, Lizzie?
How would I know? I mean, I have zero.
Well, what do you think?
I can only go with what they're saying. Shit, I don't know.
I mean, I think it could be some truth to it.
Well, then you could only go with what Elon's saying, and then no one would ever have an opinion.
I
guess.
feel like I said, Elon he trying to say, oh, he got tricked and he doing a boo-hoo when he really just wasn't paying enough attention to what he was signing.
I agree with that. I do think that Elon is definitely like lying in the sense that, he didn't. If he's saying like, oh, I didn't know that transitioning my child would lead to them actually transitioning into a transgender person, then he's lying, because that's like probably what the paper said when he signed it. But I don't think it's untrue that he probably felt misled in the sense of a doctor telling him like, oh, your kid will commit suicide if we don't transition that kid. I think that because that actually happens.
He's literally working on Neuralink. He like, no, he won't. I'm gonna hit his ass with a Neuralink. He gonna start thinking differently. Like, come on now, you can't tell Elon Musk no shit like that, and he just roll over. That just don't seem like him. Truthfully.
Well, because he just probably didn't care that much at the time.
Exactly.
But it's like, I personally think like if you just not caring at the time shouldn't be enough. Like, and then he also said that his kid was like, like, I think that this person saying like, oh, when I was 4, I wasn't using the word fabulous and I wasn't interested in musicals. It's like, when you were 4, how do you even remember? I don't remember anything from do you remember anything from when you were 4?
Nope.
I don't remember what words. I can't remember a single sentence I stated. I can't remember anything I did. I have one vague memory of being at Disney World and getting into a stroller because there was a giant Mickey Mouse in front of me. I just remember a gigantic, ominous Mickey Mouse guy, a guy dressed up as Mickey. But other than that, I don't remember anything from when I'm 4. So it's more likely Elon's not lying about that stuff, but is lying about the other stuff. Like, oh, I felt like I was coerced. He probably wasn't coerced. And he probably had a very expensive doctor. He just probably trusted the doctor. So the issue is like, can these trusted sources of authority be can they be? Well, are they actually to be trusted? I guess is the question. Like, just being a doctor doesn't mean that people should listen to you.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like either way, the son would have most likely transitioned anyway when they became of age. So it's like, I guess the big issue is Elon's problem with his son being transgender.
Right.
This also could be like an attack. Well, no, because Elon, he signed off on the papers. But at first I was thinking like maybe this is like a desperate, like kind of seeking attention from his father type move.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
At the same time, maybe not, because apparently Elon signed off on it.
I personally think there shouldn't be a option to sign off on your child being
chemically castrated and
transified. I don't think it should be an option because, like, even if you do say, oh, well, they would probably end up doing it regardless when they become of age, it's like, well,
it's like she's 20 currently, so at the time she was probably like 18.
He said COVID, so yeah, like 18, 19.
Oh, if it was 20, 21, she'd be 17 or 16 potentially.
Yeah,
that's pretty crazy.
So, oh yeah, she would be like 16 or 17. Yeah, so I don't know, man. Like, it's neither here nor there. Like, I'm sure people that watch this podcast know how I feel about the whole trans thing and woke mind virus type stuff.
He was gay, though, so if he was gay, maybe he would have done it.
I mean, was he gay or did he just not have a father?
You know what I'm
saying? Was he gay or did he just...
Not having the father doesn't make you gay.
Well,
takes a lot to...
Well, no, yeah, that's true, too. That's also true.
Not having a father, I feel like probably 75% of gay people don't have a solid father figure in their life. I'm just saying.
It could, man, it could be a lot of things. It could
what do you guys think? I guess you guys.
It could be that they didn't have a father, or it could be that their father wasn't very like active, or maybe.
There's also a lot of.
They just spent a lot of time with
when I think of a kid saying, "Oh, that jacket is fabulous," I think of some kid that was with his mom picking out jackets too often. Right.
Yeah, I mean, there's also a good amount of gay people that have both parents in the household, so. At least that I've seen.
Yeah, and a lot of them were molested.
Maybe.
Usually.
Hey, man, it's crazy world, man.
Anyway, we're not getting to the bottom of, what makes someone gay here today. But let's go ahead and close this episode out. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, best of luck to the family.
3 cheers for Vivian. All right.
Oh, that's the name.
That's his name.
Name
or her name. Sorry. Oh yeah. Let me actually explain to the audience. Dead naming is when you use the transgender person's old name. Basically, that name's dead, and you shouldn't use it anymore. And you can actually be banned on like certain platforms for dead naming someone.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So basically, this episode will be heavily censored.
It's
Anyway.
always something new.
Yeah, man, you're learning, right? You're like a grandpa that's like learning about the gays or something.
Right. First the Republican Party is having
Waheguru.
Guru, whatever that is, and Amber Rose, and now dead naming.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll love the next one too.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, guys. Thanks for popping in. We got to pop out of here.
Peace out.